Once the nation's richest city, Detroit is now its poorest. Charlie LeDuff chronicles the fall of his hometown and the auto industry that drives it in Detroit, an American Autopsy. It's a great book. He's here to talk about it. Charlie, first tell me, broadly speaking, what happened to Detroit?
Broadly speaking, we were rich and now we're poor. What made us rich? Cars. What happened to the car? Unions took control of the workplace. Management let them do them. Everybody took the money out of the bank. We made bad products. Oil embargo. Japanese figured out how to do it better. Trade pacts, sloth, political corruption. Boom.
All right, and after boom, the government came in and rescued it. How's that rescue going? Because you keep hearing about Clint Eastwood came out with a commercial saying Detroit is back. So did M&M. So is it back? It's back.
Look, the taxpayer took a bath, there's no doubt. They lost on it. But we have a coherent manufacturing core. They're all profitable. And if Fiat can Chrysler can get rid of Fiat somehow, they're going to be more profitable. So there is a coherent worldwide industry in Detroit. It is also the busiest trade corridor on the continent with Canada. We have all the fresh water in the world. So in Detroit, we're coming back. I don't know what the rest of the country is going to do, what they have.
A little bit more about the auto industry. Management and unions finally on the same page?
No, that's never going to be. But the unions had to give it up a little bit, didn't they? They have given up some of the work rules. They gave up wages. There's a two-tier system now, sort of right to work. Management, a lot of them took a bath, a lot of them got jettisoned. And when Ratner came in and said, these are the worst books I've ever seen, redo the books, jettison the debt, move forward.
So investors can feel a little bit better about putting money into GM and Ford right now.
There's earnings behind those notes. There's earnings.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about the city of Detroit, your hometown. It's also had political problems, so it's not just the decline of manufacturing at the automakers, problems with Kwame Kilpatrick, Monica Conyers.
Yes.
Tell me what that meant for the city.
Took us through hell, because here you were promised by a young political class, we're going to bring you back, and they ended up looting the joint. What's also good about Detroit, what's going on, because this is a living book. The FBI has helped us, the federal government yet again. Come in here, help us clean up our mess. Let's get our books straight. Now the state's coming in to help us manage the money. There's a future.
All right. What about Dave Bing, the current mayor of Detroit? You keep hearing about plans to maybe close down sections of Detroit just because there's too much flight out of Detroit to warmer climates. Does he do anything about that?
He had a great jump shot. And not much as a mayor. You can make a million promises. If you're going to close down parts of the city and move people, that means there's coherent housing stock. There is no coherent housing stock. And who's going to give us money to build it? Washington? Hardly.
So when you look ahead to Detroit's future, looking ahead 5 years, 10 years, where do you see it?
As I said, what we're going to need to do is pick up the junk, the debris, the abandonment. I hate to say it, but this is the fact, and you see it in the political and economic circles. Detroit was founded on excess, uneducated labor. Any man, woman can come up and make a life. Those jobs aren't there anymore. They're overseas. So we have a bunch of excess, uneducated labor. You'll see them start moving to other parts of the country where you don't have to pay for a heating bill. I'm afraid that's what the future kind of looks like.
All right, it's a fantastic book, Detroit, an American Autopsy. Thanks for coming on, Charlie.
Right on. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for watching The Street.